wow, FFP actually has some sort of say in football. And for this video, more specifically the Premier League, clubs around football like Barcelona want to actually spend money, but they can't in FFP. But in the Premier League, more specifically, Arsenal and Newcastle are crushed by FFP. And despite needing some new players, especially Arsenal, they are not allowed to spend money due to FFP. Also, in case you have been living under a rock, it got announced yesterday that both Everton and Nottingham Forest have been charged for breaching the Premier League's rules of profit and sustainability. All of this while Man City ride off into the sunset unscathed. Why has Everton been charged twice in one season, and Man City, who have 115 charges of their own, why are Man City getting away with it? Well, that's what we will be talking about today. So what's going on, everyone? You're listening to Back of the Net here. I hope you're all doing well. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe if you guys haven't already, and let's get into it. Now, as always with these football financial videos, let me clarify this. I am in no means an expert on football finance or just even finance in general. I am simply a football fan that has done a little bit of research and wants to speak about this problem. Simple as that. So if you know more than me about this topic, then please educate me in the comments below. It'll be much appreciated. But anyway, on to Everton and Nottingham Forest getting charges. Both of them got charged officially, I think it was yesterday. I saw Fabrizio announced it. Both teams have been charged for breaching the Premier League's rules of profit and sustainability. This is Everton's second charge of the season. Their first charge, they got deducted 10 points. So I'm very curious to see, is this going to be another 10-point deduction? Is it going to be bigger because it's their second charge in one season? And as for Forest, I mean, we all saw this coming when Forest went on a spending spree after spending spree in the windows. We saw this all coming. But the problem I'm having with this is, like I alluded in the intro, Man City sits here right now with 115 different charges since I think it was May, and nothing has been done. Nothing. Man City have made it very difficult for the English FA to get their hands on documents, and Everton and Nottingham Forest kind of snitched on themselves in their yearly reports. But the way that Man City are going around unscathed, and they are not breaking any financial rules in recent years, but the only reason that they aren't doing it in recent years is because they were allowed to do it for a decade plus. They were allowed to buy whoever they want for however much they wanted, pay off a fine here and there, bring in all these big stars, increase their revenue, and now they have a huge revenue and they can spend with the likes of your Arsenals, your Man Uniteds, and your Liverpools. It is just so wrong on so many levels. And I know Chelsea are sitting there and they definitely have some charges that haven't come to light yet, but Man City is the biggest point of problem for me. Newcastle could easily, without FFP, Newcastle could go around buying the biggest players, fill up their team with Mbappes and whoever you want, but they can't do it because FFP in the past 2 years has actually become strong and is holding teams back from breaking rules. Now, I'm not saying that Everton and Nottingham Forest shouldn't be punished, because if they have breached any of Premier League's rules, I agree, they should be punished. But how Man City can sit here with 115 charges and no one is looking at them? Yes, there's a lot of fans crying for Man City to be punished, but the thing is, the officials are not going to punish Man City. They are too big of a club. They have too many big names. You can't punish them and kick them out of the Premier League. You can't give them minus points. They are too big. Realistically, a very fair punishment for 115 charges. If you're a City fan, you're not going to like to hear this, but you have to be honest. If they are guilty of all 115 charges, they should be relegated to the Championship and they should not be allowed to keep the likes of Haaland. And yes, I'm an Arsenal fan, so I know how that sounds, but it's just my opinion. I don't see how you can break 115 charges and not be punished when you have a team like Everton, who has basically reported it themselves. They've broken the profit and sustainability rule. They reported it themselves in their yearly report, yet they are still going to get punished for the second time in one season. I don't know, it's just really iffy for me. I'm not liking this. If you saw my previous video on this channel, I was talking about how Newcastle, quote unquote, might have to sell Isaac to avoid FFP problems. I mean, I doubt that's the case, but again, I don't really know finance all that much. I don't know, this is just a really iffy situation. It's kind of ruining football for me. It's ruining the Premier League for me, because I would have loved this rule to always have been a rule. If you go look at American sports, the NBA, the NFL, they have salary caps, and I like how it kind of evens the playing field. I'm not saying the Premier League should introduce salary caps, because I think bigger teams should be allowed to pay their players better, but I don't know, I would have loved this FFP rule to be around since 2005, before Man City realized that they can go spend as much as they want and become a powerhouse. But anyway, I know it sounds very bitter of me as an Arsenal fan, but I'm just a football fan. I like it being fair around the board. And if you're a Man City fan, please let me know in the comments, am I overreacting, or do you agree deep down inside that Man City should also be punished, except twice as hard, if not way more. But yeah guys, that's the video. Just my quick thoughts on this whole FFP thing. Let me know in the comments below, what are your takes on it? Please be sure to smash the like button, subscribe if you guys haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one.